How is it going, guys? LinuxDaily back with another video. In today's video, we will take a look at Debian Linux. This is I would say, the grandfather of all Linux distributions. A lot of different Linux distributions are based off of this operating system. Debian, they call themselves the universal operating system. They have some info right here. Yeah, it comes with over 51,000 packages. I'm pretty sure that's what it means when you do the app-get install. I don't think it comes with 51,000 packages pre-installed. But Debian Linux, I'll leave the website in the description. But let's go take a look at it. I'll boot up a VirtualBox and do the install and review. Alright, here is the boot screen. We have few different options here: graphical install, advanced options, help, and an install with speech synthesis. I'm gonna go ahead and click hit enter on the graphical install. I'll imagine the resolution will get better once the distribution is installed. I picked the netinstaller CD, the main download on their website, so I'll have to pull from the internet to grab all the packages. Alright, I went a little too quickly here. Select a language, and I'm going to click English. I'm in the United States, American English, and then it is going to load additional components for the initial install. So, yep, it's going to detect hardware, it looks like. It's going to detect the link on my virtual Ethernet controller because it is running in a VM. Get my IP addresses because it needs to get all this done because it is a net installer. I'm just going to leave my host name at Debian and then configure the network domain name. I do not have one, so I'll just leave that blank. Configure the network. Alright, never mind it. I already did all that, so I'm going to make a very secure root password. I'm not going to show it in clear because that will expose my very secure password. I'm joking, by the way. Full name for the new user. LinuxDaily is going to be my username. Username for the account, so that'll be the logon name. And then a password for this user. Again, I'm going to make a very secure password. Yep. That is good enough for me. I'm just going to leave it at the default time zone just because it wouldn't really matter. The time would just be off by a couple hours, but oh well. And then guided to use the entire disk. And then you have some other ones: manual partitions, encrypted LVM, and then regular LVM. I'm just going to leave it at use entire disk. It's going to see my VBox hard disk of 86 gigabytes. I will select that. And then all files in one partition, separate home partition, or separate home, var, and temp partitions. I like to keep everything all in one place, so I'll just leave it at that. And then this all looks good to me. Yep. So finish partitioning and write changes to disk. I will do that. And then it makes you select yes so you don't accidentally wipe out a whole bunch of data in the process. Alright, at this point, it is going to initialize the install. Here we go. So I will get back to you when it is complete. Alright guys, it is not, I don't think it's complete yet, but it wants me to configure the package manager. And then it recognized that. Do you wish to scan another CD or DVD? It lets you do that. And I will click no, because I don't want it to do that. And then United is configuring the package manager apt. And then I'm going to click United States. And it lets you pick from a various different mirrors, it looks like. Yeah, Debian archive mirror. So look, yeah, plenty to choose from. I'm going to leave it at ftp.us.debian.org. And then HTTP proxy information, I do not have any of that, so I will click continue, and it's gonna take those changes and actually apply them. I haven't quite seen a package manager do that right out of the box on the install. Maybe it's because it's the net install right at their front homepage, but other than that, I don't exactly see that much. Now it is going to install the software necessary that comes with Debian, so I'll get back to you when that is complete. It is not complete yet, but it wants me to configure the popularity contest. Not quite. I don't quite know what this is, but it might be some telemetry kind of thing, so I will just leave that at no and not participate in the usage survey. It's going to finish the install. Alright, so here we go. Wants you to select the looks like you could pick from a different kind of thing. Alright, pick from Debian desktop environment, GNOME, XFCE, KDE, Cinnamon, Mate, LXDE. As different desktop environments you can choose from, it looks like. You could also download web server, print server, SSH server, and standard system utilities. So if you wanted to use Debian as a web server, pretty sure it downloads Apache to do that. I'm not 100% sure. I'm going to click that anyway just to find out. And then I'm also going to pick another desktop environment. Yeah, let's do KDE, just the C. Now it's going to do that, and it's going to download the remaining packages. So I do not know how long this one will take, because it keeps popping up with those questions like every 5 minutes. So it is far from a unintended install. You would want to be sitting at your computer, otherwise it will get to one of those and it'll just wait there until you choose anything. So that's how Debian is going to install. I did improve my upload schedule, by the way. Thursday is going to be a distro review. Friday is going to be pros and cons or top 5. Saturday is going to be the Bioshock stream as usual. And then Sunday is going to be the random topic stream. But this week I did do the distro review and the pros and cons backwards. That's because I pre-recorded the Elementary OS pros and cons video. But next week is going to be the other way around. And then what I mean by or top 5, I mean like one week I'll do a pros and cons, and the next week I'll do the top 5 video. So I'll be switching between the two each week. So that's how it's gonna be for right now. But Thursday is gonna be the distro review. Friday is gonna be the pros and cons or the top 5, depending on the week. Saturday is gonna be the Bioshock Infinite stream. And then Sunday is going to be the random topic stream. So that is the new upload schedule. So stay in tune. Alright guys, we have got to the part where it wants us to install the Grub bootloader. And it wants us to ask it if it'll install it to the master boot record. I usually do, so I'll just continue with yes. And then I'll just choose the hard disk that it should be installed to, in case if you're running multiple hard disks, you want it to be on the right one. Now it's going to finish the installation and do all that. Now it looks like the installation is complete. It didn't take that long to install, which is pretty nice. Usually some Linux distributions take quite a long time to fully install. So I'm going to click continue, and it's going to unmount the important stuff and reboot the system. Now we'll see the Grub boot menu, and then hopefully the guest editions pick up and it gives us the full resolution. So we'll wait and see. Alright, so I'm going to enter my very secure password Let's see if it picks up and gets us to a full screen. Alright, there's the KDE desktop environment I installed. That's the loading screen. It's taking a little long for the first go around. Usually it does. If it doesn't pick up the full screen, I'm gonna scale mode. Yeah, it looks like I'm just gonna have to scale mode. View, scale. Alright, so the resolution is not gonna look great right now, but it is what it is. I could probably do the guest editions, but let's check what comes pre-installed. In education, you get 2. So it looks like we get LibreOffice. Go back. Yeah, we get LibreOffice installed. Document viewer. I cannot pronounce that, but that comes pre-installed. Another LibreOffice. We get GIMP pre-installed. It's nice. Image Magic. I think that's just like a kind of like a Windows photo viewer that you can like edit a little bit. You get GwenView. That's a KDE program. Internet. Yeah. Mail client, you get Kmail on the KDE desktop. More Kmail. Mutt, I do not know what that is. Simple text-based mail user agent. I'm kind of lost on that. Setting exporter. Not exactly sure what that is. But yeah, a lot of these look like KDE programs. And you get Conqueror as your web browser, and you get Firefox as, you get 2 of them. Maybe one of them is for the KDE pre-install. I'm not 100% sure. You get K3B to burn CDs or DVDs. You get Juck for your music player, and then Dragon Player for your videos. Go back to all applications. So this is going to be all LibreOffice, and then some other stuff. Yeah, like LibreOffice Impress, and then we've seen some of this other stuff as well. Settings, you get Iced Tea, which is a Java clone pretty much. And you get OpenJDK, and then some like system settings and software management and all that. System terminal, you get console, that's KDE stuff. System monitor, KSysGuard, I believe that's another KDE. Dolphin. Utilities, you get Kate, Arc, K-Mouse tool, automatic mouse click. That's neat. Need to mess with that one day. And then, yeah, K-Notes, K-Calc. Yeah, a lot of this stuff comes with KDE. So Debian, pretty stable. I do not exactly know which version it is currently on, but it is a pretty stable, really stable operating system. So with KDE, this is KDE kind of stuff. You could do desktop effects, change what can happen with your windows and kind of stuff. It's being a bit weird without the guest editions. Yeah. So you get that for desktop effects. This is all KDE kind of stuff, so I don't want to show it off as much if you choose a different operating system. You can get Breeze Dark. This will make everything a darker kind of theme. I typically like just regular. Splash screen, I want to discard those. You could have the dark, like this is what it's pre-installed as, the dark screen with this KDE logo up there. or you can choose another one. You can download more and all that as well. So this is all KDE settings. You get KDE Connect, so you can connect your cell phone to the system, get notifications and respond to text messages and all of that. So I'm going to open up console, the terminal program for KDE. Yeah, so it is using apt, so that's how you would update it. Very secure password. You just do sudo apt update, typed it in wrong. And then, this is weird. Usually Linux distributions install, put you in the wheel group, which lets you run sudo commands. But this one didn't. I must have forgot to click the button or something. So you have to switch to root and then update it with sudo apt update. This will update your system. After you do update, you'll do upgrade, and then yes. So it looks like there's only one thing that needed to be updated, because this was the net install, so it got the most recent package downloaded from the repository, which is nifty. So this wouldn't take super long. I didn't know if there's a graphical oh yeah, Software Center. So look, this should be the graphical interface for installing applications. Looks like more KDE, but I'm sure that your other desktop environments will have their own, like graphical. So let's try to install 3D chess, just because it's here. And it wants your root password, not the password for your user, the root password. So keep that one in mind. And it looks like it is installed, so that was not that hard to download actually. Let me just remove it from there. And then if we go here and then games, board games, chess is right there. And then, whoa. You get 3 chess games at a time. It's not your turn to go yet. Resign. And quit. I'm no chess player, so now this is just a demonstration what it's like to download applications through the graphical user interface. If you're more of a Linux guru and you like to use the terminal, it's just sudo apt and then install on whatever utility you want. We don't really need to run sudo because we are already in the root. But I'm gonna just download this package, the screen fetch one. I brought it up in many different videos. And yeah, that's pretty much what it is like. This is Debian 9.5. You get your pretty much your, well actually alright, so yeah, I downloaded a web server client as well, and it looks like it just downloaded Apache. So now if we go to local host on a web browser, it should bring us to the Debian homepage, and then we will type in localhost, which is our loopback address. So localhost, and yep, Apache 2 is our web server client. So if you wanted to run a web server off Debian, you click the web server under the install packages, and it will download Apache 2 web server. So that is neat. And just to start that is systemctl start. I'm just going to do stop, so it's not hosting a web server. So that is Debian. This is the one, the KDE, that's the one I chose. And then, yeah. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed it, please like, comment, and subscribe. but this was Debian 9.5. So it's the netinstaller. So it downloaded all the newest packages from the repositories. So that was Debian 9.